Hello and welcome dear student in our college Shardabai Pawar Mahila Mahavidyalaya Shardanagar. So dear student, in the subject of chemistry, here we have completed or successfully completed our two topics. The first one is solid state with the examples and the second one is solutions with also examples. So welcome all of you in the next topic, that is thermodynamics, and this is our fourth topic from our chemistry book, thermodynamics. The word thermodynamics itself, it is divided into two parts. It is divided into two parts. The first one is thermo and the second one is dynamics. The first one is thermo and the second one is dynamics. So, in the definition of thermodynamics, here in the definition of the thermodynamics, what is mean by thermodynamics? Thermo means temperature or heat. Dynamics means the flow of heat. That means the exchange of heat. Therefore, the word thermodynamics means the study of flow of heat. What is mean thermo? Thermo means heat and dynamics means the flow of heat, and therefore the word thermodynamics means the study of flow of heat. And therefore the thermodynamics is defined as it is the branch of physical chemistry which deals with the energy changes or the energy changes accompanying with chemical reactions. That means when the chemical reactions are occurs, then some energy it can be changed, and that change in energy that will be studied in the topic thermodynamics. So, in the introduction of thermodynamics, here the definition of thermodynamics is it is the branch of physical chemistry which deals with the study of energy changes accompanying with a chemical reaction. So, this is the definition of thermodynamics. Dear student, this is one of the most interested topic from our chemistry book. So, thermodynamics, it is the branch of physical chemistry which deals with the energy changes accompanying with a chemical reaction. That means the exchange of energy in a chemical reaction, and the study of that exchange of energy is in this chemistry or is in this topic called as a thermodynamics. So, then what are the terms used in thermodynamics? So, there are the terms used in thermodynamics. So, if we see this figure carefully, then if we see this figure carefully, then this is our system. Then here this is our system. This part is called as a system. So this is the system, and outside the system, but in a square box here, if we consider this is our universe, then this is a part where the actual thermodynamic reactions are taking place, and that part is called as a system. Outside the system but inside the universe, and these all parts outside the system are called as a surrounding. This part is called as a surrounding, and the system plus surrounding are called as a universe. So these are the basic terms involved in the thermodynamics. So there are four basic terms involved in thermodynamics. The first one is is here. The first one is here, system, then surrounding, then boundary and universe. System, surrounding, boundary and universe. Therefore, if we consider this figure, then this is our system. Outside the system, the surrounding is there, and the system plus surrounding, it forms the universe. So, system is a part of the universe. System is one of the part of the universe here, where the thermodynamic investigation, that means the actual thermodynamic reactions are taking place. That means a system is a part of a universe. It is one of the part of a universe under thermodynamic investigation. It is called as a system. Then what is mean by surrounding? All other part of the universe outside the system. All other part of the universe outside the system, from where we see the observations which are taking place in the system. That means surrounding is all other part of the universe where the actual observations are made, are called as here surrounding. They are called as a surrounding. Means this is all the part where the observations are made, and this part is called as a surrounding. And this is our system. And the surface between system and surrounding. The surface between system and surrounding, that means this is the surface. This is the surface between system and surrounding, called as a boundary. The surface between system and the surrounding, called as a boundary. And the system plus surrounding, so all these parts, this is our universe. That means the universe is made up of system plus surrounding. So dear student, these are the four important terms used in the thermodynamics. The first one is a system. A system is a part of the universe under thermodynamic investigations. Means the reactions which are taking place in this system and the observations which is made in that system, they are all other part of the universe outside the system, where or from where the observations are made is called as a surrounding. And the surface between system and surrounding, the surface of separation between system and surrounding is called as a boundary, and the universe is the system plus surrounding. So these are the four important terms used in thermodynamics, that is system, surrounding, boundary and universe. System is the part of a universe where the actual reactions are taking place. Surrounding is all other part of the universe from where the observations are made, and the boundary is the surface of separation between system and surrounding, and the universe is the system plus surrounding. So these are the four terms used in the thermodynamics. Then next, system is the part of the universe where the actual investigations, actual reactions are taking place, and therefore there are three types of a system. There are three types of a system. So the next point is types of system. There are main three types of a system based on, because the types of a system are classified into two types. First one, based on the boundaries. Based on the boundaries. And the second one, based on the phases. Based on the boundaries means there are the main three types of a system based on the boundaries. That means based on the exchange of energy and matter between the system and surrounding. And therefore, based on the boundaries, these are the three types of a system. That means based on the exchange of energy between system and surrounding, or the energy and matter between system and surrounding, there are three types of a system. So if we see these figure carefully, then these are the three types of a system. आणि हे सगळ्यांना माहिती आता. If we take a cup of tea in an open container, that means in an open cup, if we take a tea, then from this first figure here, what we can say that from this first figure here, there is exchange of matter as well as the heat. There is exchange of matter as well as heat between system and surrounding, and therefore this is the type of a system is called as here open system. This is the open system. In an open system, there is an exchange of matter and energy takes place. That means a cup of tea in an open container or an open cup, in that tea, if we take a tea in an open cup, then it can exchange energy as well as the matter. Matter means the tea present in that open cup, and therefore this is called as the open system. Then the second type of a system, is called as, if we close that container or if we close that cup, then what happened in the second case? It exchanged only the heat, that means only the energy and not the matter, because it is a closed, and therefore this is the second type of system called as a closed system. Called as a closed system means in the closed system, a system which can exchange only the energy with the surrounding but not the matter with the surrounding, because a cup is closed, and therefore this type of system is called as a closed system. And the third one, if we take a tea in a thermos flask, if we take a cup of tea in a thermos flask, then what happened? It does not exchange the matter as well as it does not exchange the energy with the surrounding, and therefore this type of a system in which there is a no exchange of heat and the matter, that means the energy and the matter with the surrounding, then this type of a system is called as a isolated system. It is called as a isolated system. So here, based on the exchange of heat and energy, that means the energy and matter, there are three types of a system, and they are mainly the open system, in which the exchange of matter as well as energy takes place, a closed system in which only the exchange of energy takes place and not the matter, and this one is called as a isolated system in which there is no exchange of energy as well as the matter between system and surrounding. So there are three main types of a system based on the exchange of matter and heat, called as the open system, closed system and isolated system. And depending on the phases, therefore depending on the phases, there are two types of system: homogeneous system and heterogeneous system. So in the types of system, the systems there are classified into the three types based on the exchange of energy and matter is open system, closed system and isolated system. And therefore an open system is defined as a system which exchange both energy and the matter with the surrounding. That means in an open system there is an exchange of both matter and energy takes place. In a closed system there is an exchange of only energy takes place and not the matter, and in an isolated system there is no exchange of energy as well as the matter takes place. So these are the three types of system. So next to that we have to study what are the properties of a system. Next to the type of system we have to study the properties of a system. There are two properties of system. In that the first one is an extensive. First one is an extensive property. Then what is mean by extensive property? It is the property of a system which depends on the amount of matter present in it. It is the property of a system which depends on the amount of matter present in it is called as an extensive property. Extensive means dependent. Extensive means dependent. That means the properties of a system which depends on the amount of matter. For example, if we take 1 liter water and if we add again a 2 liter water in a container, then 1 plus 2 it becomes 3. That means it depends. That means the first volume is 1 liter and another volume is 2 liter. If we add the 2 liter in a 1 liter, then it get additive. That means the properties of a system which depends on the amount of matter present in it called as a extensive property. That means depends on the amount of matter present in it. For example, mass, volume, internal energy, heat capacity, number of moles and etc. So these are the examples of extensive property. That means all these when we add, then it depends on the amount of matter present in it. You have to remember all these examples for the extensive property: mass, volume, internal energy, heat capacity and the number of mole. And the second property of a system is an intensive property. Intensive property is the property of a system which is independent, on the amount of matter present in it. For example, temperature. If we measure the temperature in a bucket having water and in a tank having water, then the temperature in both these systems remains constant, remains same. It does not depends on the amount of matter. जर आपण 1 लिटर पाण्याचं टेम्परेचर मोजलं आणि ते जर आपण 1000 लिटर पाण्याचं टेम्परेचर मोजलं तर ते सेम असणार आहे. That means it does not depends on the amount of matter present in it. It is independent on the amount of matter present in that system, and that property is called as a intensive property. For example, pressure, temperature, surface tension, viscosity, melting point, boiling point, specific heat. So these are the example of a intensive property. So there are two types of properties of a system: extensive property and intensive property. Extensive means which is depends on the amount of matter present in it, and intensive means which is an independent of the amount of matter present in it. So dear student, in this today's lecture we have started our next topic, that is thermodynamics, and in that we have seen the definition of a thermodynamics, the types of a system and the properties of a system. So in today's lecture we will stop here and we will meet in the next lecture. Till then, thank you.